What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a very special day because we finally get to start painting the Jeep. I did a little bit of research. We should be able to skip the sanding process. I'm hoping. So the paint that I got, which you guys will see in a minute, actually adheres pretty well to rust that is already formed on the frame or on like metal. So luckily, that should be able to cut out the middle step. That way I'm not having to sand down the entire frame. Should cut our timeline nearly in half by the time that I actually do everything. So as for the paint, I have Pour 15 rust protection paint. It comes out in black, so it's a semi-gloss black. So we're gonna give this a shot today. We're gonna see how this works. And this is what I said, it applies to rust. You don't need to sand anything down, you don't need to prep it. It basically applies right to it. But I really hope this works because this little can was $76. Yeah, not fun. So, not a cheap option, but it had very, very good reviews. So I'm gonna find out if it's worth getting or not. We're actually gonna start underneath on the frames that go like up and in to where the body of the Jeep is. That way, if for some reason the $76 paint can does not work out, it's hidden, and then I can get other stuff that you'll actually see like on the frame over here. So this is the moment of truth here. So I got my can here. You can barely see it. No, you can't actually see it at all. Got my gloves on because I heard this stuff stains if you guys get on your skin. So not gonna do that today. And also I have my unofficial what do I call it? Mechanic? Not mechanic, but like work shirt on, or work hoodie on, sponsored by Qdoba. So yeah, thank you for that. So let's open this up. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do it like in an inconspicuous area. So on the inside here, and on this top crossbar. I'm not gonna do a whole bunch today, but enough. I know what that is. So I'm not gonna try a whole bunch, but enough so that way I can see how far it spreads and how much I need to apply. And then we'll determine if we're able to use this entire can or not. So without further ado, this is gonna be a really weird angle, but I'm gonna do my best to make it work. Oh wow, okay. All right. So, after first look, that's actually pretty good. So, it actually does spread pretty well. I could probably keep using this, but I'm gonna use I don't want to say a generous amount, but I will use a good amount on the rust areas, like the heavily rust areas. The thinner parts that are just mostly black, don't gotta use too much on, so. But yeah, honestly, it works pretty well. I'm happy with it so far. We'll see how it adheres and sits overnight. And we'll go from there, I guess, so. So one thing I probably won't do is I probably won't do the like driveline components, like the control arms, the drive shafts here and everything. But basically everything's stationary, like the frame, the axles, maybe some of the mounting points I'll do. I'm gonna try my best not to do any like bolts and stuff, because if this seals the bolts, you won't be able to get them off pretty much. So that's my main concern. Other than that though, this is gonna look really good. Alright y'all, so for a first time coating, it's not too bad. It honestly looks very well done. I guess you could kind of say that a lot of the rust is being held on by paint now, but when it seals, it's actually getting pretty like sticky right now, so it's drying fairly fast. But a lot of the reviews and comments said that actually when it solidifies fully, it's like concrete basically. So a little bit of comparison, that's basically what we started with, and here's where we're at now. So you can only imagine what all this is gonna look like when it's covered up. So for now, I'm not gonna close the lid fully, but I'm gonna go grab like some saran wrap to put on top of here to protect it, because I heard that if you put the can back, or if you put the lid back on the can after opening it, it's like impossible to open. Partially because, like I said, it seals, and it's like concrete. It basically stays there, which is why I don't want to get any of these bolts covered, because I would never be able to get them off. So unfortunately, that's just how it's going to be. So but like I said, I'm probably not going to get with these ones, like the drivetrain stuff. The control arms, like I painted over where the bolt goes, but I didn't do the actual like control arm, because I'll do it later. So all this inside stuff looks very well done so far. So we're gonna wait till tomorrow. We're gonna come back, we're gonna look at it. If it looks good and very fine, we're gonna continue with it, obviously. But until then, we're just gonna let it sit here and dry. The gloss looks pretty cool. Obviously, I got a little dirty. I only have a few spots on me, so luckily I was not attacked too much. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna let this sit. Let's check this out tomorrow, and let's make a lot more progress tomorrow, because I want this to be over very soon. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace out. What is up, guys? Welcome back to day 2 of painting. As you can see, same hoodie, new pants because they're work pants, or at least I'm using them that way. But you guys, you know what's going on. Let's jump out of there. Let's check out the paint, see how it dried, and let's get back at it, because I want to finish the frame today. Woo! All right, y'all, we're here. Look at this. Looks pretty good. Obviously, we're probably gonna need a second coat, and then some areas are like still wet compared to like these dry ones for some reason. But yeah, looks pretty good, honestly. Like I said, definitely gonna need a second coat, but I'm more worried about getting a first coat down, obviously, first. So we'll worry about that. But say, guys, we're gonna worry about getting the rest of the frame done. This side, some stuff that's attached to it. And then we may or may not get around to doing the axles. I'm not really gonna worry about the drive components. I might have said that, like the sway bars and disconnects and control arms and stuff like that. So I won't worry about this today before I get the car running again, because I can take those off with the gas tank in and with the car running, but I can't get the whole frame with everything put together. So yeah, that's gonna be my focus today. We're gonna get this done, and we're gonna see how it dries and cures and looks at the end. So, but I'm excited, so let's get into it. Let's get painting. Let's get this over with. Y'all, it's probably been like 2 seconds for y'all. It is now 9 p.m. So I've been at this for a solid minute. We made a dent in the can. Look at that. It's a solid, probably a third of it I've used in total. But my light on there died, so I had to resort to using my phone, and now my phone only has like 4% left. So before this dies, let's get on there. Let's show you the progress we made, see where we're at. All right, y'all. Whole frame, for the most part, besides this middle one, I'll get to that in a second. A lot of this blacked out. I got this whole other side black. I got these crossbars black. Oh, I'm trying to do this best. There we go. Look at that. Black. Got that black for the most part. I did the back. I did some of the crossbar in the back. There was a little bit too much stuff back there to do. Outside here, black for the most part. I did the forward part of the frames, not all the way up there, or sorry, the back part of the forward part of the frame. It's a tongue twist right now. So I only did one part just because, again, there's too much stuff, like the springs, the shocks, the sway bar, and stuff up there. So didn't get to the front yet. I'll get there. I'll get there eventually, don't worry. Pretty much did the whole back side on both sides, and got a lot of this underneath. You can see it's still fresh a little bit, because, yeah. So yeah, I got a good amount done, quite a bit actually. And honestly, it's been satisfying. It's been calm, easy, not very stressful, which is good. Easy for me to come home from work, get this done, and yeah, so. But it's currently a Wednesday. My plan was to have this done by Friday. Will that happen? I don't know. I have a good feeling about it, because the plan now is to let this cure overnight and dry up. Come tomorrow, all I need to do is like that middle piece that was underneath my transmission that I didn't paint. And then these ones, I actually just have to clean off with like a solvent, because they have a little bit of grease and stuff on them and buildup, which when I started painting over them with the Pour 15, it actually started like spreading the grease more, so didn't look too good. Didn't want to get it all in the paintbrush, so I'm gonna clean those parts off tomorrow, do that, paint them, and then we'll get to putting this in, because by the time tomorrow comes around, the parts that I have to screw the gas tank into will be dry. The new tank skid plate will be going in, and I'll hook everything back up. And from there, I'll basically have it drivable again. So then down the road, most likely when I get back from Puerto Rico, because I'm leaving very soon for another trip for Puerto Rico for about 2 weeks. So when I get back from that, later down the road, I should be able to actually get this thing up on stilts, because I have, where are they at? I have 4 different jacks right there, so, or jack stands. So I can get this on jacks. I can then take off the wheels, I can take off all the bars and stuff, and then I can actually do each of these parts individually. I'm gonna take the control arms off individually, take the springs off, get where the springs sit and everything like that. So I got a bunch of the big parts of the frame done today, which is the whole point. And then down the road, whenever I have more time and a little bit more patience, I can take off the little individual components and get those done one at a time in the hard to reach, kind of nitpicky spaces. So down the road, I'll be able to do that. I can also change out any bolts and stuff like that I have that are super rusty or nearly broken because of rust. So that's another thing I had down the road. So, but for this video, we're gonna be wrapping it up because I'm happy with how the frame turned out. In next video, we're gonna see a lot of progress with getting the Jeep running again. And what actually I'm most excited about is actually this cutoff exhaust that I still have over here. Really excited to see how that sounds with no resonator or muffler. So yeah, it might be loud, but we're gonna find out. But if you guys had the patience for watching me do this, or at least some of it yesterday and then seeing the end results today, hit that subscribe button, because there's gonna be more Jeep content coming out very soon, if I can talk, but you know, that never works out. And if you liked the video, hit that like button, because I would really appreciate it. And you know what, guys? Now that it's 9 p.m., I'm gonna go eat dinner, because I never do that in these videos, and I'm gonna get a shower, and I'm gonna go to bed, because I'm honestly worn out from just painting. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this stuff up, seal that up again so that way it doesn't dry out. I will have to buy another paintbrush, because all 3 of my paintbrushes are now used. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching again, and I will catch you guys in the very next one very soon. Peace out.